Samsung's era of slow charging may be coming to an end with the Galaxy S26 Ultra set to launch next year. A recent leak highlights the device's upgraded 60-watt fast charging capability, revealing impressive charge times for topping up its large battery. According to insider Ice Universe on Weibo, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could reach around 75 to 80% in just 30 minutes. This marks a significant jump from the 45-watt charging offered by the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Hitting the 80% mark within half an hour could easily provide a full day's worth of battery life for most users. Current Samsung flagships already deliver all-day performance under moderate use, though heavy gaming or extended camera use tends to drain power more quickly. This new information aligns with earlier estimates we shared on potential charging times for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Based on its upgraded charging speed, we projected that it could go from 0 to 50% in roughly 15 minutes, reach 80% in 30 minutes, and fully charge to 100% in about 45 minutes. The device recently surfaced on Samsung's software server, giving us an early look at its development stage inside the company's labs. The S26 Ultra's software was first spotted by ex-user Quorum Akhilesh, showing a new build number S948USQ0AYG8 currently being tested on what appears to be an early prototype of the device. Samsung is expected to officially introduce the Galaxy S26 series in February next year. This early software sighting marks a notable step toward its launch, and we could soon see similar builds for the other two models in the lineup. While the build number doesn't confirm which One UI version will ship at launch, earlier reports give us a clearer picture. The Galaxy S26 series is expected to debut with One UI 8.5 based on Android 16. Samsung first rolled out its Android 16-based One UI 8 with its 2025 foldable phones. If the rumors hold true, the S26 series may break tradition by moving to One UI 8.5 instead of the typical incremental X.1 update. Ice Universe has dampened expectations for a sensor upgrade on the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra's 200-megapixel main camera. According to the leakster, the sensor will remain the same, but an important upgrade is still on the way. The S26 Ultra will continue using the ISOCELL HP2 and 1/1.3-inch sensor that has been featured since the Galaxy S23 Ultra. This means Samsung won't be switching to the 1.1-inch 200-megapixel Sony sensor some had hoped for. However, ICE reports that Samsung will enhance the lens with a wider f/1.4 aperture, allowing approximately 47% more light to reach the sensor compared to the f/1.7 lens on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. While an f/1.4 aperture may not deliver optimal results in bright daylight, there's an existing solution: Samsung's previous dual aperture technology. The Galaxy S10e, S10, S10 Plus were the last to feature this, enabling a switch between f/1.5 and f/2.4. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to launch with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2, delivering a noticeable boost in performance over the Galaxy S25 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Elite. But that's not the only performance upgrade. This improvement will also come from faster RAM. According to Ice Universe on X, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will feature LPDDR5X RAM with a 10.7 GB per second data transfer speed. In comparison, the Galaxy S25 Ultra uses LPDDR5X rated at 8.5 GB per second, making the new RAM around 25% faster. This speed boost should translate into benefits like shorter loading times and smoother graphics rendering. Back in April 2024, Samsung introduced LPDDR5X RAM with the same 10.7 GB per second speed, and it's likely the company will use its own chip in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Currently, no other manufacturer produces faster RAM chips for mobile devices. We've now accessed the first official firmware for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Identified by version number S948USQU0AYG8, the build information confirms it is running on Android 16 with One UI 8.5. This marks the first formal mention of One UI 8.5, confirming its existence. Ice Universe recently shared a quick summary of what's coming. The phone is becoming even thinner, shrinking from 8.2mm to somewhere in the 7mm range. It'll be slightly taller and wider, yet lighter overall. The display remains 6.9 inches, but now uses co-depolarizer technology, making it brighter and more power efficient. Combined with enhanced anti-reflective glass, outdoor visibility should be noticeably better. Camera improvements are also in the pipeline. The main HP2 sensor is getting a wider aperture. The 5x telephoto lens is being upgraded, and the 3x telephoto now offers 12 megapixels with an improved sensor. All of this should result in better low-light shots and crisper zoom images. Under the hood, the S26 Ultra will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 Elite for Galaxy, now clocked at 4.74 GHz. Samsung is testing an Exynos 2600 variant, but realistically, it's unlikely to make the cut and it almost certainly won't appear in the Ultra. Battery capacity remains at 5,000 mAh, now paired with 60-watt fast charging support. It will launch with One UI 8.5, which appears to be a significant upgrade over the version seen on the Fold 7. Things just got a lot more interesting. Samsung has officially added the Galaxy S26 Pro to the S26 lineup. Initially, it looked like Samsung was only dropping the Plus variant, leaving us with the base, Edge, and Ultra models. But that's not the case. Samsung has overhauled the lineup entirely. Not only is the Plus model gone, but the base model is being cut as well. In its place, we're getting a Galaxy S26 Pro. So, the new lineup is S26 Pro, S26 Edge, and S26 Ultra. Now, you might be thinking, Pro usually means upgraded specs, right? Does that mean the S26 Pro offers better performance than the base model it replaces? Honestly, no one knows for sure just yet. That part remains unclear. Samsung might simply be rebranding without making actual hardware changes. If that's the case, it could be disappointing. But hopefully, that's not what they're doing. Of course, if the Pro name brings hardware improvements, prices will likely increase. It's highly unlikely Samsung will price it the same as the old base model. The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to be slightly larger than the S25 Ultra. While earlier leaks hinted at this minor size increase, we now have an image that better illustrates the subtle difference between the two models. The Galaxy S25 Ultra features a 6.86-inch display, while the S26 Ultra could expand that slightly to 6.89 inches. Though the increase is minimal, it may not significantly alter the device's overall footprint thanks to Samsung's updated display assembly technology. Tipster Ice Universe shared a comparison image on Weibo that highlights the potential size change. The side-by-side view reveals a slight increase in height, with a marginally wider design also mentioned by the source. The added height is noticeable in the comparison, but the increased width becomes clear only when a different colored outline of the S25 Ultra is placed over the S26 Ultra. Currently, the Galaxy S25 Ultra measures 162.8 mm in height and 77.6 mm in width. While the exact dimensions of the S26 Ultra haven't been confirmed, the visual leak suggests a modest increase in both height and width. Although the screen size is getting a small boost, this may not noticeably affect the overall body. We may soon get our first glimpse at Samsung's upcoming flagship phones through renders expected in the next few months. These images will likely be based on reliable leaks, but a fan-made concept has already gained traction among Samsung enthusiasts. Many are now hoping the Galaxy S26 Ultra adopts this look. A Reddit user, /BJAL, shared a conceptual image of the Galaxy S26 Ultra best described as a fan-made design render. It preserves Samsung's signature design language while introducing a refreshed camera layout that draws inspiration from the Galaxy Fold 7 and S25 Edge. The concept blends elements of the S25 Edge and Fold 7, particularly in the camera module. The creator placed an island around 3 vertically aligned camera sensors, leaving the remaining 2 sensors and the LED flash flush with the body, without protrusions. Reactions to the design are mixed. Some users appreciate the refreshed style, while others argue it strays from Samsung's traditional design principles. Still, many agree the idea is appealing, and not entirely outside the realm of what Samsung could eventually adopt. Regardless of Samsung's decision, this fan-made concept shows how striking the Galaxy S26 Ultra could look. Over recent years, Samsung has integrated design elements from its Galaxy Z Fold lineup into the Galaxy S series. The Galaxy Z Fold 6, for example, introduced prominent camera rings, a detail that carried over to the Galaxy S25 models earlier this year. Interestingly, the latest Fold device has moved away from those pronounced rings, reverting to a cleaner style reminiscent of the Fold 5. If that trend continues, the Galaxy S26 series could also abandon the large camera rings in favor of sleeker metallic ones with a sharper, more refined appearance. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Peace out.